Hello, it's Chaplain Julia here. So today we're going to look at lust versus love. Now, it's a bit of a hard topic to talk about because sometimes there's so much common with lust and with love. And I think, today we find ourselves sort of trying to guess, what does this feeling of love feel like? What are some signs? And, there's so many psychologists that look at different perspectives of love and what it feels like in your body and what goes through your mind and your emotions and your hormones. But it's so hard to actually know, is this real love? I mean, you know what I mean. You hear of the stories of the war times where couples were split apart for years on end with nothing but letters to communicate, yet somehow were still madly in love. And then you hear of other stories like where people just break up easily and where divorce happens. In the Western world, divorce is at a 50% rate. That means when you get married, you have 1 in 2 chance that you're going to get divorced. Now, it's a hard fact to face, but you have to sort of wonder, well, where did this come from? Why is it like this now? Is that really actually love? Because, technically love shouldn't fail. Love should never end. So what is it? Joyce Meyer makes this comment saying that love is wanting something so badly that you think that you can't be happy without it. Maybe that's why, because we go into these relationship situations thinking that because I feel like I'm in love with a person, then I'm always going to be happy. And yes, when you find that person, they should be the one person that makes you completely and utterly happy. But relying on that alone, that's lust. That's not love. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13, it talks about love, and one thing it says, love never fails. We look at God's love for us, and God's love for us has lasted through all of eternity, all of time. So then we think, well, if we had that sort of love, how different would things be today? Do you find yourself in a relationship or falling for someone where you're thinking, is this love or is it not? Ask yourself these questions. Is it patient? Is it forgiving? Does it get angry easily, or does it forgive quickly? Look at yourself and be honest with yourself, because you could quite easily be falling over lust more than love. And if it's lust, then that's coming from the devil, and that's going to end quick. If it's love, on the other hand, that is from God, and that is eternal. In 1 John 3:16, it says that we know what love is because Jesus came and he laid down our life for us. That is what love is. That is how we know what God's love is. When you think about what that means, what he did, to the point where he sacrificed his own life for someone else. That is true love. Do you think that maybe instead you're lusting after someone, you're lusting after the idea of someone, maybe you're lusting after wanting to just be with someone so badly? And it's a common mistake that we all made. We've all made it in the past, and some people are still making it, but be sure before you set your heart on something, because if it is lust, then you're going to convince yourself that you can't be happy without this. And that is what Satan is trying to do. He's trying to convince us that we need that thing in order to be truly happy, but that is false. To be truly happy, we just need God. That's it. And if you're in true love, then you'll always be happy by that person. If you're in true love, you won't have to question it. You'll just know. So really ask yourself the question, is this lust or is this love?